On day 3, I hiked 19.5 miles. I climbed over Geneva Pass. I passed numerous lakes heading south before turning to the east and enjoying Lake Solitude, numerous waterfalls, and Mistymoon Lake. I also crossed over Florence Pass to see Florence Lake before camping at Medicine Park. Good morning. It's a beautiful day, day 3. My pack's a little bit lighter. Hopefully I have acclimated a little bit better and it's a little cooler. I don't have my hood on because it's cool or because of the sun, but rather because there's bugs. But this morning I left Geneva Lake, did an aggressive climb up to Geneva Pass, and it was just beautiful. Looking both southbound and northbound, and then I went through a long meadow and it was awesome. But now I'm kind of back into the woods, and I decided after a few hours of hiking that I'd take a break here at this beautiful spot. Made it to Solitude Lake. Nice little overlook here. Ran by some hikers. They said that there was a moose on the east side there. We'll have to see when we hike by if it's still there. But nice lake, nice mountains. I think I'm gonna stop here for some lunch. Stop in here where it's not in the woods there. There'll probably be less mosquitoes bugging me. Making my way along Solitude Lake. Those are some big rocks. Whoever built this trail through here, thank you. But it's just beautiful in here. Looking way down on the lake, I think I see that moose. Right in the middle of the screen there. We'll have to see if we can get closer to him. I see the moose right up here. Let me give you a look. Yeah, so I guess they aren't moose. Making a big climb here. Decided to take a little breather, look back. Look at that. It's Lake Solitude where it was. Beautiful rocky mountain with some pine trees in there. Trail goes this way. I have no idea what I'm going to see next. I know I'm going to get up to Misty Lake here in a few miles, but what's around the corner? We'll see. So I'm walking along here. I see a couple tents right down there by a waterfall. And at first I'm thinking, oh, I get it, waterfall, but it's kind of a strange place for tents. But then I look at my map, and I also remember this is the route if you want to summit Cloud Peak. thought about doing it before this trip. Gaia didn't have a map. I couldn't find a trail anywhere, and that's because most of it isn't a trail. You can see that there is a trail going up to those tents. But most of it, you're just scrambling up boulders. Probably going up between here. Before I even got my butt kicked by this trail, I thought it's probably too risky to do all that boulder hopping all by myself, so I decided against it. It would take probably a full day. It's only about 4 miles up and back, 4 miles each way, but it's not in the cards. Maybe next time. I made it to Mistymoon Lake. This area of the trail, there's going to be more people coming in from a trailhead that's down here a ways. I saw this guy out here. He's fishing. A couple of his friends right up over there. So the big dilemma here is, for the next 4 miles on my trail, you are required to carry out any human waste. So if you poop, you gotta put it in a bag and carry it out with you. I haven't pooped this whole trip yet. I think I'm gonna be able to make it in another 2 hours. I don't feel like I gotta go now, but you never know. Taking a little break here, about halfway through the no poop zone between Misty Lake and Florence Lake. Oh, that sun's been, I've been exposed to the sun for the last few hours, and it's been zapping me a little bit, so I was coughing and gagging a little bit, so I decided, let's take a little break. We got about 2 miles to camp. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where I'm going. I know the trail goes that way. I don't think I go up any big hills, but I'm thinking I might go between those two right there. I don't know. And supposedly there's a lake behind me, according to my map, but I don't know. I'm not going up there to look at it. All right. Finished having some cookies. This is my backup poop bag, just in case. All right, so I am going up between those mountains, but I wanted to show you there was a lake behind where I was sitting. See the trail right there? That was the lake I was looking at. Right behind it, another big lake. All right. This is where I'm going now. Whew. All right, I made it over. I think I'm on Florence Pass. Roughly, probably a little under 11,000 feet. Right down there is where I came from. Up through here. Not going up there. Not gonna do it. The lake down here, beautiful lake. Not sure if that's Lake Florence or not. I have to double check my map. I thought it'd be a little bit farther down, but I did read just now on my map that Lake Florence is at 10,800 feet. So, maybe I won't be camping here. We'll see. This is definitely Lake Florence. See over here. going from left to right. And the trail goes this way. There's a creek that goes off that way. So I'm hoping I can find a good camp spot over there that isn't too windy. Made it across to that creek. Unfortunately, there isn't any flat ground and there's just rocks everywhere. So I'm gonna keep on going. The trail kind of parallels this creek. I am not optimistic that I'm gonna be able to find a campsite very close by. So I'm probably gonna end up walking for a while because this is what lies ahead. Still no resemblance of a tent pad. Walking for about a half hour. Temperatures cooled down quite a bit. And that's not a good sign. There's a place down here called Medicine Lake Park, Ravine, something like that. I'm hoping that there's a camp spot there. I'm having a hard time guessing how far away it is. It's probably a good half hour. We'll see. It's really kicked up. Not too bad. Cold, wet wind. Looks like hope is in sight. See a bunch of grass. It's gonna have to find someplace there. Put my tent. It's getting cold. Okay, I found this little hole and all these little small pine trees. This is a wide angle. It's not as big as you'd think, but it should be big enough for my tent and it's protecting me from that wind. I'm not going to shoot a video while I'm setting it up. I got to get set up because I'm really cold. Snug as a bug in a rug. It's getting blown around pretty good. Warm, dry. I'm amazed that I found this spot, this alpine meadow. Just these little pine trees with a little hole going in and then a nice probably 8x8 tent pad inside of it. It's kind of a savior in those conditions. I hope that wind doesn't blow all night. But yeah, I made it. I felt a lot better today. That was definitely the most scenic day so far. And a little excitement at the end there. Oh, all right, so I'm gonna make a little dinner. Just try to stay dry and try to get a good night's sleep. We'll see you tomorrow. On day 4, I walked 12 miles, which included passing through several very cold creeks, completing the Solitude loop and taking the spur trail back to the trailhead. morning, friends. It is a brisk, wet morning. My Govee says that it is currently 43 degrees. I've been hiking, I don't know, for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Mostly downhill and then just a lot of this really flat, easy trail. I'll take it. Crossed a couple streams here, and that mountain melt off on the feet when it's 43 degrees outside. It's a little brisk. So I'm going to filter some water probably for the last time on the trip here. I think I have a couple miles up to where that tail comes in on the lollipop, and it's another 6 or 7 miles from there. The rain last night and wind, it died down. Probably right as I was trying to fall asleep. Didn't sleep real well last night, but I don't know why. But slept in a little bit this morning just because I wasn't looking forward to getting out when it was cold and wet out. But once we got moving, it was all right. Beautiful coming down from that pass. Real beautiful, but the sun wasn't out. It's coming out now, so hopefully it warms up just a little bit, and it's going to be an awesome day. Whew, I did it. Solitude Loop 4 days ago. I headed up that trail, and today I come back on that trail, counterclockwise. But I am not done. I still have 6.5 miles out to where the car's parked. So we're moving right along this morning. The cow smells the barn. Whew, made it back to the car. Don't overlook that last 6.5 miles. Whew. Hey, Cloud Peak Wilderness in the Bighorn Mountains in northern Wyoming. And I did the Solitude Loop. Highly recommend this hike, but don't overestimate your abilities and come in cocky like I did, because this trail's a butt kicker, even compared to Colorado. But it had some great views of a lifetime. So I'm really glad that I made this 11-hour drive over here for this 4-day hike. Starting to warm up. Can't wait to get in the cross check and start that drive home. Hey, if you like this video, check out all the rest of my videos. Go ahead, hit subscribe, punch the bell notification. Check out Midwest Backpacker on Instagram and Facebook. There she is. We'll see you on the trail.